strike three.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know I had soda in it left.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we have the final CWL tonight before the season officially starts. So it's gonna be a little different. Some like the second part of the talk show, maybe even more, is just gonna be one of us because we're gonna be giving our whole season predictions. We're gonna go over breaking news, official rosters, and then we're gonna do our season predictions, and we're gonna go into the power rankings after of what each team is going to be. So without further ado, here we go into breaking news. Rocco,
Yes.
the first trade that the Golden Eagles did to trade for Derek. How do you think of that trade?
Honestly, I mean, it's a great trade for the Golden Eagles because Daniel probably won't show. But if you think about it, like, it sounds like a big improvement having Derek, but with him playing football and everything, I don't think if he does show, which I don't think he will every time, I think he'll be super tired. Having stuff 6 days a week, that's his only off day, so I think he'll either choose not to come because he wants to have a rest day, or he just will barely try. Which it's not like knocking him for it. I totally understand him.
Yeah.
But it was a great trade if you look at it, because giving up Daniel, he's not going to come. But if you think about it in the long run, I don't think it's going to help him that much.
Yeah, 1v1 move. Brad was trying to play it safe. He didn't really want to make any moves, really. I know Mikey he was talking to about, but that was a no-go. He was, I think, trying to trade away some picks for some players, but nothing was happening. He doesn't really have any people. But, hey, Landon, I think, is going to show up for the opening day. So we already know opening day is going to be in a spectacular series. So basically, I think that's all we have. Hornets captain Ryan Vincey, Alec, and Carson are not going to be able to show up against the Mambas. Season was pushed back a week because people didn't have enough players. And like Rocco said, and Still Friends the podcast, you guys should check that out. He said the smoke's pretty bad, so it's a great decision to move it back.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go into official rosters. Really, the only thing that we changed was the Hornets signing Carson Vincey and Alec Vincey. Let's see what else. We know Derek was traded.
Have we discussed the final name on the last podcast of it being the Hornets? I don't think we did. I mean, if we did, it's a rerun, but the team that kept switching names and the new one since it took over the Talking Toms is the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went through two captains. I don't remember the first one, and then Ryan Vincey stepped up, and he ended up being it. I don't know if that was named before. It might have, but the final, the 6-team name is the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have. The last talk show was the one with me and Ryan. And
I don't think that was it wasn't a team before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So we are confused because we don't really watch our own talk shows because we're living in the
and we have different channels that
we're doing other talk shows that we spoiled info on there. So yeah,
links in the description.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that's it. That's all I have to talk about for the first thing. There's nothing really else to talk about.
I mean, nothing really other than this is the official rosters.
Yeah. We still got the same conferences, Redhawks, Mambas, and Hornets in the Western. Eastern Conference is Knights, Golden Eagles, and Sea Dogs. That's really it.
Yeah.
MVP race is still the same. Nothing changed there.
Everything's the same.
Yeah.
I was surprised that you ended up putting Noah over Chip for an MVP race.
I just put him because Noah was captain.
Oh, okay.
And I heard that you're number one pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do think Chip is a better player than Noah. But Noah is going to have more opportunity, I would think, as the number one.
But that could also hurt him.
That's true.
Because if he pitches more and does worse than Chip does when he pitches, then that could be really bad.
Yeah. How much did I put percentage-wise over?
You put him 4%
only 4%.
Over.
Not much. But
I would probably, that would be the only thing that I'd switch.
Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily think Noah or Chip could win the MVP, but
yeah,
I don't know. They're down there because they're kind of the only other people who could. So we are going to get into the 2021 season schedule. Do you want to go first or should I?
Season schedule, like the predictions?
Yeah, when it's just alone, talking to the camera.
I'll go first.
All right. So I'm going to get him a piece of paper, and he is going to write all 6 teams down and put how many wins and losses they have, like me and Bradley did last year. So we're going to get right into that.
For the first series, we have Redhawks versus Golden Eagles. Honestly, I know I'm not going to... I'm not going to say I know there's not going to be a sweep, because honestly, it could go either way, but I think I'm going to put Redhawks at 2 wins. I think they're going to take probably the first 2, and then depending on how they pitch, I honestly, if I were Brad's team, I would pitch Brad the last 2 games because that means, or at least pitch him. Don't pitch him for one of Cam's games, so that means he gets to pitch when Cam doesn't, because that would easily give them an advantage. But I have the Redhawks winning 2 out of 3, and then we have the Mambas versus the Hornets. Honestly, I don't see the Hornets having too much pitching. Hold on, let me check. I just want to check the Hornets roster because I don't see too much pitching from them, honestly. I think Ryan's going to be rusty coming off. I could see... honestly, this is going to be a risky pick, but I have Mambas sweeping the Hornets for series. And then for the third one, it'll be Knights versus Sea Dogs. I think that's obvious. I think Knights are going to sweep because, we are one of the top teams in the league and we have more pitching than they do. It's basically a whole new team who hasn't played wiffle ball before, and then Gavin, who barely showed up last year. So I think that's an easy sweep for us. And then we have the Redhawks versus Mambas again, just because I don't see the Redhawks having a good second pitcher that could go the entire game. I'll have Redhawks taking 2 just to be safe, and then I'll have Mambas taking 1. And then Golden Eagles versus Knights. Honestly, it's hard to say, but I'm not going to say anything yet. I'll say Knights 2, Eagles take 1. That'll probably be our first loss of the year, just because if we choke on one of those games. But I still see us being dominant in that series. Hornets versus Sea Dogs. Again, I see I see the Hornets sweeping. I just don't see the Sea Dogs being a good team this year. I don't see the Sea Dogs having a main pitcher who could pitch. So, I think it's going to go 3-0 Hornets, which will be their first 3 wins of the year for me. And then Knights versus Mambas. I mean, Mambas could make it a close game, but I still see... just to be safe, I'll see it going 2-1. But it could go either way. We could either be winning 2 games or we could be sweeping. It just depends how their pitching is when ours. Hornets versus Redhawks. I could see that'll be the Redhawks' first sweep of the year. Or I might have had it labeled something. Alright, I think the Redhawks play the Sea Dogs, but I know that I'm pretty confident that will be a sweep. And then that takes us to the last series before the Home Run Derby, which will be Golden Eagles versus Sea Dogs. I could see the Golden Eagles sweeping that too, which leaving Sea Dogs with 0 wins so far this season. And then that takes us to the Home Run Derby, All-Star Game. Then it'll be the first series, which is Mambas versus Golden Eagles. I see the Mambas winning 1 game, and then the Golden Eagles taking 2. And then the next one, it'll be Redhawks versus Sea Dogs. That's easily going to be a sweep. That'll be 3 for the Sea Dogs. Or 3 for the Redhawks, my bad. And it's Knights versus Hornets. I just don't think they have enough pitching to go against us. So I see that being another sweep. I could mostly just seeing the bigger and most dominant teams taking most of the series and sweeping them. And then we have Sea Dogs versus Mambas. This could go either way. For giving the Sea Dogs maybe their first win of the year. I know it's at least 2 wins for the Mambas. Honestly, from not seeing anybody on the Seahawks team, I'll take that as another sweep, which would be Mambas taking 3 in the entire series versus Sea Dogs. I just don't see the Sea Dogs winning a game there. And then we have Hornets versus Golden Eagles. It just depends if Landon will show for the Golden Eagles. I see them at least taking 2. But I'm going to give the Hornets one of those games just because I don't know if Landon will show and if he'll have a good game. And then it'll be the Knights versus Redhawks, which I could see... This is a hard one. I either see... No, I don't think there's going to be a sweep at all. But it's either going to be Knights take 2 or Redhawks take 2. I'm going to go 2 to the Knights. Not trying to be biased in any way. I'm just thinking purely off of what could happen. And Cam has a little bit of trouble with people showing up. he could end up having trouble with some people showing up. And then just in case if he does have an off day that day, it could really hurt him because he doesn't have that much pitching. And then we mostly have guys who are devoted who are going to come every week as long as they can. And I honestly just see us winning that, which will take us to playoffs. So I have Redhawks finishing with 11 wins, Eagles finishing with 9, Mambas finishing with 9, Hornets finishing with 4, Knights finishing with 12, and Sea Dogs giving a big fat donut in the season and not winning a single game. No, oh, playoffs? Okay. How do I format it? Oh, okay. Yeah, like 3 games. But I need to get up the divisions just so I can see. I take the Sea Dogs taking a big fat donut. I don't see him winning a game. I just looked in the schedule. I don't see him winning a game. Unless, because this doesn't account for no-shows. Like the team forfeits by no-show. So. Alright, so the Redhawks get a bye. It's Mambas versus Hornets. Alright, so for the first, it'll be the Eastern Conference Divisional, Eastern Conference Divisional will be the first playoff, and that would be Sea Dogs versus the Eagles, which I see the Eagles, and that's the best out of 3, so first to win 2. Am I right? First to win 2. All right, I have Eagles easily sweeping, taking 2 games and moving on. And then we have the Western Conference Divisional. It would be Hornets versus Mambas. I see this one could be close. Just to be safe, I'm going to take it to a game 3. But I'm going to have Mambas taking 2, Hornets taking 1. So Mambas move on to the next round. And then it would be Eastern Conference Championship. So that would be Golden Eagles versus Knights. I could see the Knights taking 2, Golden Eagles taking 1, Knights moving on to the championship round. And then Redhawks versus Mambas, and I see the Redhawks sweeping 2, going to the championship World Series. And that would be first to 3 wins. I see... Oh yeah, first to 5 wins? Yeah, so first to 3 wins. First to 3 wins, I see it pushing probably to... I could see this going to a game 5. But I say Knights taking the championship in game 5. Nah, I'm not sure. Just in case, because of off days. Yeah, I could see us taking it just in case. Because if I didn't have a good day, but Chip does, and if Chip doesn't, then Ryan. But when you look on Cam's team, it's either Cam and Will, and then Peyton isn't much of a pitcher, and so isn't James. So I see if, like, me or Cam has trouble as the ace, I see me having more support behind me to help me in the 5th game. So I see us taking it in a championship game. But then between the whole championship series, I see it being a close game, like, point-wise throughout the entire game. Now it's up to Cam's turn for his predictions.
First series, Redhawks versus Golden Eagles, most anticipated one of all time. Got the Redhawks taking 2, Eagles are taking 1. Bradley hasn't been playing much. I've been playing with Rocco a lot, so I think I'm on top of my, oh my gosh, okay. Top of my game, and Bradley's not, but Landon's gonna show up, so I can definitely not throw my slider against him because he kills that. Next one is Mambas and Hornets. I don't know. Mambas really only have Noah, and the Hornets really only have maybe Jess showing up. So I'm going to have Mambas taking 2, Hornets taking 1. Next one is Knights and Sea Dogs. Easily 3 for the Knights, 0 for the Sea Dogs. That's just the most plain and simple one. But we're going to go to the Redhawks and Mambas. Depends. I do think I could take 3, but I'm not sure if Will be able to beat Noah, Andrew, and Brendan. But I feel like with my hitting ability, I can be able to hit Noah. But on the safe side, I'm going to say 2. So I'm taking 2 of those games out of 3. Mambas are now 3-3. I am 4-2. Golden Eagles and Knights. I'm going to have the Knights taking 2 out of 3 on this one. I think Brad gets to them once. So Knights are 5-1. Eagles are 2-4, just how they started last year. but we have more games this year. Hornets and Sea Dogs. Yeah, these are two uncommitted teams. Ryan might get caught up with some baseball. Same with the Sea Dogs. We're unsure how Alec and Carson are going to play. We're unsure about all the other players like Lucas Franco on the Sea Dogs. So this one is very, very interesting. I'm going to have the Hornets taking 2 out of 3, so the Sea Dogs are getting their first win. And the Hornets are 3-3, surprisingly. Hornets are better than the Golden Eagles right now. Oh, man. Knights and Mambas. I feel like the Knights are taking all 3. I do not think the Mambas will be able to beat the Knights. So, oh my gosh. So the Knights are 8. Are they? Wow, they are 8-1. Okay, they are 8-1. All right, so that means the Mambas they got 0 wins for that. So they are 3. Rocco. So they are 3-6. Hornets and Redhawks. I am taking all 3 for that one. I am 7-2. Hornets are 3-6. We got Golden Eagles and Sea Dogs. I have the Golden Eagles taking all 3. So with the first half standings, we have Redhawks 7-1, Mambas at 3-6, Eagles at 5-4, Hornets at 3-6, Sea Dogs at 1-8, and Knights at 8-1. Moving on to the Mambas and Golden Eagles. I'm gonna have the Golden Eagles taking 2, Mambas taking 1. Plain and simple, I think Brad is a better player. Next one, we got Redhawks and Sea Dogs. I'm taking all 3. Sea Dogs take none again. Knights and Hornets. I'm going to have the Knights taking all 3. Hornets taking none. Sea Dogs versus Mambas. I'm going to have the Mambas taking all 3. All right, we're going out of the final stretch. Hornets and Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles, I'm going to have taking all 3. Hornets taking none. We got Knights and Redhawks. So, I'm going to have the Knights taking 2 for this one. Because I already said if I clinch my division, I'm not going to be pitching 2 games. So, I'm going to be taking 1. Knights take 2. So, I think that is the final. Yeah, that's the final one. So, I'm going to tally up what everyone is. We got 7. We got 11-4 for the Redhawks. We got 13-2 for the Knights. We got 7-8 for the Mambas, 3-12 for the Hornets, 10-5 for the Golden Eagles, and 1-14 for the Sea Dogs. So, that's exactly how I have my power rankings right now, as Knights, Redhawks, Golden Eagles, Mambas, Hornets, and Sea Dogs. So, I mean, if that wasn't what I put out, then my power rankings would be completely wrong. We're going to go into the playoffs. We have the Eastern Conference. We have Eagles and the Sea Dogs going at it. Eagles take 2, so they're not going to win any other game. Eagles move on to play the Knights. Western Conference divisional round, we have the Mambas and Hornets. I see Mambas taking 2 of them. I do not see them losing one in the divisional round. Next up, we have the Knights and Golden Eagles. I will see the Knights taking 2 out of 3 on this one. I see the Eagles take game 1 and the Knights take game 2 and 3 because I feel like Brad's arm is going to get hurt in 2 and 3. And the Redhawks play the Mambas, and I'm going to take the first 2 games off them. So we are going into the championship, and I see this game going no longer past 4 or 5 games. It's definitely going to be a 4 or 5 game series. There's no way there's going to be a sweep in the World Series. But, like Rocco, I'm a little biased boy as well. I'm going to have the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks.
I'm not biased.
Well, I'm not either. I think I'm a better team. How? How am I not?
Cap.
How?
You don't have the depth that I do.
I don't need the depth when I'm just going to pitch.
Yeah, but offensively.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have a good offensive day.
Yeah, I know. I'll just have to mow it down on the pitching end. I think I'm taking it in 5 games. Now we're going to compare our results in the regular season because he came back for the playoffs and I came back for the playoffs to hear what we were thinking. So, what do you have as the number 1 team, and give me your record?
It's out of 15 games, right?
Yeah.
I didn't calculate.
I didn't either.
I have us Knights going 12-3, topping out the league.
I have the Knights going 13-2.
I have the Redhawks going 14.
Woo!
have the Redhawks going 11-4.
So do I.
Top in the Western Conference. I have the Eagles coming in next with... Actually, 2 people are tied, but Eagles and Mambas I have coming in 9-6.
I have the Eagles coming in at 10-5.
So 1 game off, not that bad. I could easily see them pushing up to double digits.
Yeah.
And then I see the Hornets.
Oh, you said Mambas were your 4th team?
Yeah, I had them also going 9-6.
I have Mambas going 7-8.
All right. I have the Hornets going 4-11.
I see the Hornets going 3-12.
I see the Sea Dogs going a nice
I see the Sea Dogs
0-15.
I see them going 1.
Scratch
Oh
it
my
out.
gosh! I see them going 1-14. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Wait, no.
Oh,
Let's see how we compared to playoffs.
okay. Well, we already knew. Okay. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what do you have? Eastern Conference.
Eastern Conference, it would be
Eagles and Sea Dogs.
Eagles and Sea Dogs. I have them sweeping 2-0.
I do too. Then it's Mambas and Hornets.
I have it going to game 3, but I have Mambas taking it in the 3rd game.
I
Just in case one of them has an off day.
I have Mambas going 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't think Ryan shows up.
If Ryan doesn't show up, I easily see it going. But we're judging this off of if everybody showed up.
Okay.
Not saying how good they did, but
Yeah.
just saying how if everyone showed up.
All right. Then we have Eastern Conference Eagles and Knights.
I have us taking it in 3.
So do I.
Yes.
Hawks and Mambas.
Redhawks and Mambas. I see it being a really close game.
What?
But a 2-0 sweep easily by the Redhawks.
So 2 close games?
No, not even.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have us going in 2. And then this is where we disagree. We each have each other's team winning. So.
But I have nothing like I would easily, and it sounds like a bad thing, but I'm really more of a fair person. Like even if you see me, like I never try to get cheap calls, so I call everything how I see it. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys beat us. It kind of sounds like a bad thing, but I'm gonna be totally honest because I'm an honest person. I could easily see you guys taking it. I know there's not gonna be a sweep. Now I can't predict that, but
I feel like there's not. Gonna be
yeah,
a sweep.
I feel like there's not gonna be a sweep, but I could easily see one of us taking it, and it could either be you or me, depending on how our team does. Honestly, I can see how either our teams could do amazing, but depending on you and how we feel that day or days, depending on how long the series goes, I see that depending on who wins the championship.
Yeah.
I don't see it depending on any of our players behind us. I see it depending on you or me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said because I'm not going to pitch anyone else in the playoffs.
But
only if my arm hurts.
yeah, and then the only thing is if you have a great day on the mound, but then you give up like 2 runs, which isn't bad, especially for a World Series, but then you have a sucky offensive day, or even like you give up like 3 runs, which isn't bad, and you end the game with 2 home runs, you're still losing it. It just depends how your offense is behind you.
Yeah.
That's why I think we have a little bit more depth and power-wise and pitching, just in case. Like, I'm not afraid of putting someone in the World Series. I could care less.
That's where I agree with him when he says he has more depth.
Yeah, I'll probably end up doing it in the early games just in case. I'll probably pitch in the later games just to save my arm. But, yeah, that's honestly how I see it. If you don't have people that can show up offensively, then it's really pointless depending on how good you do pitching.
Yeah, I feel like this whole year I'm going to have to carry throughout the whole year. But with him, he has a little easier ride in the regular season and probably in the playoffs with he got some good...
For sure.
Yeah, you got
but
some good hitters.
I'm not gonna let it all me ride on that and just easily cruise throughout the season.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna try as hard as I can. Like if it's 12-0, I'm still gonna try to get a quality bat, get a home run. I'm still gonna be competitive throughout the entire season. I'm not gonna try to carry off of my team. It's just a nice help.
Yeah.
But no matter what, if I was on this team, if I was on the worst team in the league, depending on like at the end of the season what they were, no matter what, I would still try as hard as I could.
Well, that is going to wrap it up for the final CWL tonight. Kind of like the latest episode we've ever done.
It is.
Next Wednesday is the first ever game in season number 2, opening day. So can't wait for that to happen. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm going to bed.
What?